Hi, everyone. I'm David from the I-Fal podcast team. It's a sunny afternoon here in Tel Aviv. The traffic on Ayalon is crawling as usual. And I thought, why not grab a coffee and tell you about some interesting news? Today, we'll look at 5 stories in simple English, add a bit of Israeli flavor, and learn a few new words. Let's dive in. 1. Euphoria Season 3 and its deep thoughts. A popular series called Euphoria finished its 3rd season, and many people say it's wonderful. Some critics claimed the show glamorizes a dangerous lifestyle, but the creators answered these complaints with a story that feels more thoughtful. They show how the characters change and learn after tough moments. Instead of judging, the writers let us see the journey and feel the ending. As an Israeli viewer, I love to binge-watch LTSPVT Bly HPSKH shows on Friday night when everything is calm. This season of Euphoria really makes you think about friendships and choices, like when we sit around with friends after Army Reserve duty and catch up on life. 2. A New Duet by Static and Rinat Bar, made with AI. The second story is about a fun song called Extra Large. 2 artists, Static and Rinat Bar, joined for their first duet, DVAT. The music video was created using AI, Biench Milakavtit. The lyrics are playful, I'm extra large in all the measures, and I'll guard your back. People watch the video online and enjoy the smart use of technology in art. In Israel, we love to see new trends. Maybe your cousin at the neighborhood cafe is already using an AI app to make coffee art or a funny message on Instagram. This duet shows how old-school pop music meets high-tech tools today. 3. The passing of Amatz Brunatman, Nahal Band. Commander Amatz Brunatman, who led the famous Nahal entertainment troupe in the late 1960s and early 1970s, died at age 78. Later, he formed another group called The Boys from Afula and worked to keep classic Hebrew songs alive. Brunatman brought joy to soldiers' days with music and humor. My grandparents had his records on vinyl. In the Army, we often sing those old melodies around a campfire. It's a warm reminder of our shared history, like when your neighbor starts playing Shir La'ahava on a lazy Shabbat morning. 4. Israeli Alto Fund brings Lidl to Atlanta Mall. Here's some business news. An Israeli real estate fund called Alto signed a major contract with Lidl, the big supermarket chain, to be the main tenant, SHFKHR, in a shopping center in Atlanta, Georgia. This move fills all the stores in that center and takes advantage of high car traffic on nearby roads. It's a smart international deal. The mall now attracts tens of thousands of cars a day, and shoppers get a new grocery option. It reminds me of driving past big malls near the highway and seeing a sparkling new supermarket next to the gas station. In Tel Aviv, we sometimes wonder when a trendy cafe or a global chain will open in our neighborhood. This shows how Israeli companies can work abroad, too. 5. Former Shufersal CEO files a lawsuit. Finally, Ori Waterman, the former CEO of Shufersal, filed a lawsuit, TBYH, against the supermarket chain for about 5.8 million shekels. He claims the owners blocked his retirement grant while they gave themselves huge bonuses. Waterman says they even cut his phone number and treated him unfairly when he left. Shufersal replied, "We deny these claims." We all know how it feels to argue over money or a deposit. For example, I once had a long chat with my landlord about a broken air conditioner and whether he'd return my full deposit. It's tough when people disagree, but in Israel we sort things out in court or with a calm conversation. That's all for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed these news stories and found the English useful. Remember, binge watch, duet, AI, tenant, and lawsuit. Thanks for listening to I-Fal. I really enjoyed helping you learn some English today. Check out the I-Fal app, only 20 shekels per lesson, and I'll talk to you next time.